What's up, divers, and welcome back to the Youth Dive YouTube channel. My name is Chinamaram Andrew, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 dogmas concerning the Blessed Virgin Mary. If you're new to this channel and you want to learn more about Catholicism or how to apply Catholic principles to your everyday life, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon so you never miss out on all the amazing content we produce here. First of all, what is a dogma? In the Catechism of the Catholic Church, the Church's magisterium exercises the authority it holds from Christ to the fullest extent when it defines dogmas. That is, when it proposes, in a form obliging the Christian people to an irrevocable adherence of faith, truths contained in divine revelation, or also when it proposes, in a definitive way, truths having a necessary connection with these. Now, this is a mouthful of information, so let's break it down to simple English. The truth is revealed, and the Church has formally defined and declared that this truth is revealed and to be believed. In yet simpler English and broken down to probably 2 simplistic steps, God reveals truth, Church says, yes, reveal truth, we believe, formally as Church, and then that is how the dogma is formed. So what are the 4 dogmas concerning Mary? The first one is the Immaculate Conception. This means that Mary was born without the stain of sin. Fun fact, the Muslims also believe this. They believe that both Jesus and Mary had no sin, something they call the touch of Satan. It was necessary for Mary to be born without sin because Jesus took flesh from her when he became man. If she was contaminated with sin, she would have been an unworthy vessel for the sinless Son of God. And so God prepared her to be sinless so that she can bear his son Jesus Christ. Interesting, huh? Moving on. Theotokos, which means mother of God in Greek. Jesus is God, Mary is his mother, therefore Mary is the mother of God. Let's further explain that. Because of the hypostatic union, Jesus' humanity and divinity being one person, when Mary gave birth to Jesus, she was in fact giving birth to God, which makes her the mother of God. So she didn't just give birth to Jesus's humanity and didn't give birth to Jesus' divinity. That would imply that Jesus is 2 different persons. But since Jesus is not 2 different persons and Jesus, man, is the same as Jesus, God, then Mary giving birth to Jesus means Mary giving birth to God. So Mary is the mother of Jesus, Mary is the mother of God. And this is how much God honored her. He made her his mother. Moving on to the next one, Perpetual Virginity. This means that Mary was a virgin her whole life and had no other children after Jesus. But in the book of Matthew chapter 13 verse 55 to 56, we hear that Jesus has certain brothers. But these brothers that were referred to here were his relatives in the same way that Lot was called the brother of Abraham. Many people actually believe that Mary gave birth to 5 boys, and then they list the names of the men who were written in the book of Matthew. But if you look at the book of Matthew chapter 6 verses 3, it also talks about sisters. Again, this is referring to relatives. Jesus didn't have brothers and sisters in the sense that they all came from Mary, but in the sense that they were all his relatives. This is even more evident when you go to the cross of Calvary. Now, on the cross of Calvary, Mary looked at his mother and said, "Woman, behold thy son, son, behold thy mother." This is when he was giving Mary to John the Evangelist and when he was giving John to Mary. In Jewish tradition, however, it would be wrong for a stranger to take care of a woman if the woman's children are still alive. So if Jesus was dying on the cross and he had other siblings, ideally these other siblings were the ones that were supposed to take care of the parents, because that is what children are supposed to do for their parents when their parents get older. It is part of the Jewish tradition. So for Jesus to be handing over Mary to John, it means that Mary didn't have any other children who would take care of her. And so it was right for Jesus to do what he did on the cross of Calvary. Moving on, the last dogma is the Assumption. This means that Mary was taken up body and soul into heaven after her life here on earth. We see a picture of Mary in the book of Revelation, and she's said to be clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet. And that is just awesome. Now, you're not usually going to see the dogmas written the way I have addressed them, but I like to talk about them in this order because it's easier for me to remember this way than if it was somewhat mixed up. Because this way, you remember Mary's life from when she was born to when she went to heaven. So when she was born without sin, the Immaculate Conception, and then she gave birth to Jesus, she's the Mother of God, and then she had no other children, Perpetual Virginity, and then she was taken up into heaven, Assumption. If you like this kind of videos and you want to learn more about Catholicism, please hit the subscribe button. It helps this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.